All right. Take out, if you haven't yet, oh, here we go. I've already messed it up. This is, I think this is easy, okay? I'm gonna go back and forth from this worksheet to a piece of paper. All right, it's a little unorthodox, but it's better for me than to give you a second book on your iPad. Do y'all agree? Y'all don't want two books on your iPad, do you?
Nope.
Okay, you just don't. I don't like it, for me personally. Jason, you have a question?
I'll ask you.
Okay. So this goes with lesson 1.5, quotations, different book. The focus here is expressions with absolute value. Okay? Now, in your notebook, not that paper, here we go again, table of contents, okay? Short notes in your notebook. I just believe I'm only going to have a couple things. I have quotations around here because, like I said, this is from a different book. We are talking about absolute value. So page blank, wherever you are, this is a new lesson. I'm going to define absolute value for you. Does anybody know what it is? Absolute value? Why do you have absolute value? Jason, go for it.
Isn't it like if you use a pro and a negative number, the absolute value of it is positive?
Okay, so I understand what you're saying. We'll say the example of absolute value of negative 24, you're saying is what? 24. You've done this before. It's easy, right? Anything that comes out of absolute value has to be what? Positive. Now, absolute value actually has nothing to do with positive or negative. It has to do with the distance from zero. Okay, so the definition okay? We're talking on a number line from zero, okay? But it does make any negative turn into a positive, okay? All right. Let me check before I make another mistake. Odds are classwork, evens are homework. All right, let's look at number 1 on your paper. Who wants to read the word problem number 1? Jason, go.
Potatoes. A foreign packages potatoes with bags that should weigh 5 pounds. Write two absolute value expressions that represent the number of pounds that weighing P pounds away from the desired.
Okay, so we have packaged potatoes that should weigh how much? 5. You're going to write two different absolute value expressions that represent the number of pounds a bag weighing P pounds. So we have P as pounds. This is so easy, you may miss it. All right, so we have absolute value of, what's the obvious one? Anybody got it? Don't be scared. Somebody besides Jason. I love it. Okay, look at your sheet. We're at number 1. Write 2 absolute value expressions that represent the number of pounds a bag weighing P, which is just your amount, is away from the desired weight. The desired weight is P, okay? And it should be 5 pounds, but it's not. If you put it on a scale, it may not be exactly 5 pounds. So I'll give you one. If I have P minus 5, what's the other? I'm just going to give it to you. Y'all are looking at me like I'm crazy. I will come back to this. Let's do a few of these and maybe it will help. Okay. 2 will be your homework. Use number 1 as a guide. Okay. Hint, hint. All right. Let's look at number 3. Evaluate each expression if A is 7, B is -2, C is 3, and D is -5. Guys, I'm going to be honest right now. This is what I would call busy work. Okay. I don't mean that as a negative. I mean, this is bringing in section 1.1. Do you remember? You were just quizzed on this. Okay. What's the difference? What are we adding here? Absolute value. All right. So let's look at number 3. Keep your absolute value. We're substituting, right? 3 times, what's A? 7 minus C. What is C? 3. Okay. All I did was substitute. Now what comes back in? Order of operations, right? Welcome back, section 1.2. Keep your absolute value. You have 3 times 7, which is 21. Minus 3, which is?
18. No. Yeah, 18.
Mm-hmm. Absolute value of 18, guys, is always and forever 18. Okay? Let me tell you, after looking at my number 3, it looks a little messy. So let's look at 5. I'm doing the odds, by the way. Evens are homework. Look at what I'm getting ready. I'm going to make sure my absolute value is obvious. 4 times -2 plus 5 times 3.
Wait.
Why are you saying wait? Okay. All right, so finish number 5. Jebby, what'd you get?
7.
Who got 7? Am I going too quick? You have the absolute value of -8 plus 5 times 3 is what? 15. Do the math. -8 plus 15 is +7. Absolute value of +7 is simply what? All right, I want you to do 7, 9, and 11 right now. Notice number 9. What is outside the absolute value? A negative. Okay, so do your math, get the absolute value, and then your last step, I'm going to see how you do with this. Make it the opposite. Okay, so if it's a -5, the absolute value will make it +5. Well, guess what? You got another negative. Does that make sense? See how you do with that one. They are so loud.
Do you know any IXL modules that are just like those?
Why are you asking that? I'm giving you problems to do right now.
Just like,
Yeah, we'll do
when I
it.
get home.
Yeah, do it. Number 7, you get a kind of high number. Does anybody have number 7 yet? What'd you get? Well, it can't be negative because you have absolute value. Anybody else?
I feel like it's weird. I got 9.
No.
I got 30.
What'd you get?
I got 30.
No. What'd you get?
31.
No.
Would be positive 80?
No. All right, let's do it. Obviously, we need to do it. Would it? No. Guys, this is really order of operations, and you're ending with absolute value. Okay? So I am going to do my absolute value 8 times B, which is -2, times C, which is 3, minus 7 times 7, right? Plus 10. That got messy there. All right, let's do the math. Order of operations says multiply first. I'm going to come back down here. Absolute value, just keep it, don't lose it. 8 times -2 is what? -16 times 3 is -48. Minus, don't forget the minus, you see it? What's 7 times 7? 49. Plus 10. Close absolute value. Now left to right. -48 minus 49 is negative.
1.
1.
They're both negatives, it would be.
Guys, you can't do that. Okay? This is
97.
high school math. Okay? -48 minus 49. Go back old school. Add the opposite. Molly, what is it?
97.
Negative.
I mean, yes.
There you go. -97 plus 10, you get -87. Absolute value of -87 is positive 87. All right. Absolutely. I'm gonna go ahead and just start doing that. Y'all work. Okay. I'm gonna do number 9 up here. Anybody got 9? Here's 9, worked out. That one got a little messy. That was, just in case you needed work with your negative numbers. Here you are, okay? Negative outside the absolute value, 6 times 7, plus 5 times 3 times negative 5 minus 20. 6 times 7 is 42 plus, now I went ahead and wrote my plus here, then I did the math. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 times negative 5 is negative 75. You see what I did? Okay. Minus 20. And then left to right, 42 plus negative 75 minus 20, you get negative 53. Is everybody with me? The absolute value of negative 53 is what? 53, but guess what we have outside? You got it? All right, do number 11. All right, number 11's worked out. How do we do on that one? Better? Okay. This second part here, actually technically the third part, there's just more work outside the absolute value. Do y'all see it? So here, there's a z plus 8w. Let's look at 13. We'll do 13 together, and then I'm done for the day. You're going to finish this, do your homework, and I'm out. Okay? You won't see me until Monday. Okay? I know it seems like a lot.
We won't see you.
No, you don't come here tomorrow.
It's kind of a block day.
It is a block day, but not for first period.
Is it like second and fourth?
Yeah. All right, so let's do this. So here, let's do this together. Z, I'm going to go here. Z, which is negative 4. Oh, love these negatives. Plus absolute value of 4 times x, which is 4 times 8. Try again.
32.
4 times 8 is, yeah. So you have negative 4 plus the absolute value of 32 minus 2 is 30. I'm going to do a little arrow up here. Negative 4 plus the absolute value of 30. What's negative 4 plus 30? 26. Would you say what?
No.
Okay. All right, work on 15, 17, and 19. I'm going to go ahead and write the answers on here for my online people. All right, so 15 is going to be negative 6. That's the answer. 17, the answer is 14. And 19, the answer is 60. These look a little less busy. I'm going to turn my video off. Go ahead and do those 3.